Okay, okay. I wanted to take it back a little bit. I wanted to ask you, where did you grow up? Did you move around as well? Did you live on the East Coast and the West Coast?
Yeah, I moved around. We moved around by a lot of times simply because the nature of what was going on in our family. We have a lot of uh, uh, um, um, you know mixed families going on here. A lot of mixed families, especially in the black and brown community. You know what that is: brothers, step brothers, and you know. Uh, and I grew up predominantly in New York, but moved around a lot. The South, Pac, predominantly in New York, but he moved around a lot. Baltimore, Atlanta. You know what I mean? Especially because Mutulu around that time I was on America's 10 Most Wanted, FBI 10 Most Wanted, and we ain't really want to keep being harassed and monitored by the feds. So the best thing was keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't be asking us no questions because I don't know nothing. You dig? And our parents trying to keep us safe. So which was kind of hard, when you were a kid, trying to make friends, and then you moving around a lot. You always a new kid and got to start from the giddy up, meeting people, and you know what I mean. It became rough. That's why, you know, that's the way me and Pac came up. So by the time we hit Oakland, it was nothing. We weren't from California. We weren't from Oakland, but we knew how to connect with people and make friends. So that's where that came from.
Wow, okay, okay. I truly appreciate you sharing that, man, because you come from a revolutionary bloodline. It's a blessing to be, raised up, by so many powerful people, Afeni, Mutulu, be around Tupac, and, the rest of them, man. That's truly inspiring. That's truly powerful. Now, my question is, when did you actually get into the music? Was that something that you went out on your own and did, or you and Pac kind of started off together? What was that like?
You know, we didn't start together, but we were doing it at the same time because we both grew up in New York. New York was key to hip hop. New York was key to, you know, our development in music because of hip hop. Because of our age, we were right at the birth of hip hop, sort of the birth and afterbirth. You dig? And it was all around us. Even though me and Pop wasn't always together, it was all through the city. I grew up in Queens, Run DMC. You know what I mean? Kicked it off from the giddy up in a major way. So a lot of eyes was on Queens for that, and the music. So, but with our families being heavily involved with politics and revolution and revolutionary things and events, and it family suffers. There's a price. There's a price. Everybody don't see it being paid, but the price is, you know, we ain't always eat. We ain't always, we won't always. We were scared a lot. We was unsure of a lot of things. We were, so a good way to relieve some of that stress and tension was music. You know, was music. And I'm sure a lot of kids, a lot of youth out there, they be going through the same shit. I think now the kids they call it emo music, but it's a good way to express yourself, and at times when you really need to, but always can't.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because a lot of our revolutionaries, they still locked up today, and some of them not even here. You know what I'm saying? So they sacrificed their life, their families, their freedom, their money. Like you say, not being able to eat sometime, having to move around constantly. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of things that people take for granted. That's not in the movement. you know. So
Dig
I'm
that.
glad that you touched on that. Okay, now how did you connect with Tony Toni Tone? Because you actually got your big break before Tupac did, right?
Affirmative. I'm the first Shakur in the family in the music business officially, but Pac was right behind me. But being from New York, I told you how I came up. By the time I hit Oakland, I was grown and able to put myself in the studio and start making my own shit. The point where I've been waiting to get to ever since a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I hopped in the studio, paid for my own studio time, started recording. I was just blessed enough uh, um, that a good friend of mine was related to the bass player in Tony. So they came by my session and they liked what I was doing. And they didn't tell me at the time. I just met them and shit. I kept doing my thing. And later on, I got the call. I said, like, "Yo, you want to do a song with Ray?" Raphael Wiggins. Shout out to Tony Tone. I said, "Hell yeah." I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew it was an opportunity. You know what I mean? And I be trying to climb. I'm trying to excel, progress. So I just followed the lead, and thank God, it was good enough to get in the game.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I'm glad you got in because I know you definitely inspired your family. You inspired Tupac for sure. Like you say, you the first person to break into the industry like that. And that's a major, major record. That's a classic that if you play today, people still lose it. And we waiting on your verse to drop because you killed it. You know what I'm saying? You was spitting for real.
It was short but sweet, but it was the right song. That I always wanted to be on a classic. You know what I'm saying? So but
Oh
it's
yeah, but you on several classics now, but that was just the first one, so it just opened things up, and I'm appreciative for you because
yeah. I
world
just
history might be different.
I was so I just was so naive, I guess, because I thought shit was just gonna be easy breezy after that. I thought we was gonna sail to the bank, nigga. We was gonna be out of here, and also, yo, you never know what life blueprint gonna give you. So you you just gotta be ready. I ain't know Pac was gonna do what he did. You did. Um, life is a trip. Life is a trip.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know the feeling, man. I got all my brothers; they older than me, so I be trying to outdo them or be like them, really to keep it real. So I know how
Yeah.
it be.